That can't be a penalty, can it?
I think it's extremely harsh, and I also thought when the referee was sent to the screen, he wouldn't give a penalty.
Well, it looks like me and Stuart Kettlewell were 100% right on this decision. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Football. Less than 24 hours after the penalty that should not have been a penalty was awarded. We're seeing a lot of people come out, a lot of pundits, a lot of football commentators, and now we're getting former referee on the VAR show coming out disagreeing with this penalty, saying it was wrong, saying he wasn't expecting the penalty to be given, and talking about not only the close proximity rule, but also the fact that they're not supposed to award a penalty when the ball ricochets off either a legal part of your body or a part of your teammate or an opponent's body. And we've seen that happen right here. We've seen that happen. Both of those things apply to this penalty that was given. So, absolute embarrassment. And I will show the full clip here of Dermot Gallagher talking about the penalty, and we've got some other people on the VAR panel as well. But Stuart Kettlewell, and he was right. He said after the match, he said in his post-conference that They came to the stadiums, they came around the grounds at the start of the season, and they laid down the law. They told them the rules behind the penalties, the handballs, and the referee said that in circumstances like this, if it's close proximity and it hits your hand, then it's not going to be a penalty. And they also said if the ball either hits off a part of your body first, then deflects onto your hand, or if it hits off a teammate or an opponent and deflects onto your hand, then that's not also going to be a penalty because there's no time to react. And both of those apply to this. Not only does it come off his teammate, and by the way, his teammate blocks the ball with a legal part of his body. Some people are saying, oh, it hit both their hands, it hit one person's hand, then went on to the other. No, you can clearly see his teammate blocks it with his leg. The ball then goes away from goal, and bounces up and hits Mayo on the hand. I believe it's Mayo, hits Mayo on the hand, and he can't do nothing. Look at the gap, look at the distance, and you've got to also factor in the velocity of the ball as well. There is no chance he can move there. And the gap, you talk about close proximity, the players are literally touching. Like, I actually think their legs are touching each other, so you cannot get any closer than that. The ball ricochets off his foot, comes up, hits him in the arm, and the referee gives a penalty, even though we were told at the start of the season that that wouldn't be a penalty. Whether it be a handball for close proximity, or whether it be a ball bouncing off your part of your own body or a different player's body and changing the direction of the ball and then hitting off your hand, we were told that neither of them would be a penalty. But for some reason, when it came to the 93rd minute yesterday, this penalty was given. I think we all know the reason. It certainly wouldn't have been given up the other end. But let's see what Dermot Gallagher had to say, and then we'll address some comments, because you've got some absolute retard saying that, oh, but what if Rangers, you'd be screaming? First of all, I don't even support Rangers. Second of all, I've said both Rangers penalties this season weren't even penalties, so here we go.
With Celtic, referee John Beaton sent to the monitor for a handball check. Now, this was James Forrest's shot, deflected off Dominic Thompson, struck the hand of his teammate Lewis Mayo. That can't be a penalty, can it?
I think it's extremely harsh, and I also thought when the referee was sent to the screen, he wouldn't give a penalty, because if you watch, it's his own teammate that strikes the ball. See here, it comes off his own teammate, rebounds up. What they work to is if it comes off a part of your own body onto your hand, you know, play on, or a teammate. But if you watch, it does come off his teammate. It flies up. His arm's always in that position. It's, you know, he's there. It struck him. So I thought he was extremely unlucky.
That is so harsh. I probably got a red card for arguing the referee there, because that was so bad. I mean, the fact that it's deflected off the player onto his arm, they're so close. You know, he's not put his hand out to try and react to stopping it going in. I think that is a poor decision.
Okay. Yeah, so you can understand. Yeah, not happy there.
Right, and before I discuss what the VAR show said, I just want to address these comments. These comments are saying, oh, if that was Rangers, you'd be screaming for it. If that happened to Rangers, you'd be saying a different story. First of all, don't even support Rangers, so I have no allegiance. There's no reason why I'd be screaming for a Rangers penalty. Second of all, I know some people are unable to actually be non-biased and look at things fairly, but thankfully, I can do that. Some people, oh, but it's a penalty for Celtic, so it must be a penalty. Some people are like just blinded by the colour and the badge or whatever of their team. But I'm glad that I can actually look at decisions fairly and rationally. When the Dundee penalty happened against Rangers, the video's on the channel. I said it wasn't a penalty. I said I think Dundee got robbed. I said Gassama is not only the one initiating contact. Gassama threw his leg back. He's the one that made contact, but he was also pulling the shirt of the Dundee player. I think it was Cal Robertson. So for me, that was a clear foul, but not on Gassama. It was a foul on Dundee, and Dundee should have been given a free kick. I said this in the match review. I also said this in the video that we made about the show with Gordon Duncan. Gordon Duncan does like a VAR football show on Scottish football. Made a video 2 days ago, and I said that in that, yeah, I thought Dundee were robbed. I thought Dundee should have had the free kick. So I've said it twice. So all these people saying, oh, you weren't saying that against Dundee. I fucking did say it. So, I mean, maybe actually try opening your ears or grow a brain or something and comprehend what's been said. Some people are able to actually be non-biased. Some people are able to actually discuss football and look at decisions and just not be brain dead and actually, not allow the team that they support to influence their decisions. So I'm grateful that I'm able to do that. Maybe some of you guys could try doing that and it might help you. I don't know. And also the Alloa game, I said I don't think it was penalty. Again, close proximity. The guy's hands in a natural position. There's about a foot, maybe less than a foot, between the ball being struck from Danilo and the Alloa defender's hand. It's fucking impossible for him to move that. And it's not like his hand is up in the air. It's not like he's waving to say goodbye to the Titanic or some shit like that. His hand was in a normal position. So again, and I don't even think you could... There's no proof that Danilo shot was even going to go in or was even on target. So again, I said in that Rangers-Alloa game that I don't think that was a penalty. And I feel bad for Alloa because they were right in that match. And that penalty, once again, restored Rangers' 2-goal lead. And I didn't think it was fair. And I felt Alloa were very hard done by. So I'm just sick of these dumbass comments. Just because I know that this shouldn't have been a penalty, don't turn it into some Rangers bullshit. I couldn't give a fuck about Rangers. I'm personally glad that Rangers are doing shite. I don't like the Old Firm. Oh, maybe there's one of the Old Firm I like slightly less than the other. But here, I'd fucking love them both to go down. I'd love Celtic and Rangers both to get relegated. So let's not turn it into some bullshit about how I am pro-Rangers and anti-Celtic. Fucking maybe anti-both, how about that, right? But certainly not one or the other, so just wanted to address that. And even if I don't like a particular club, I'll still be fair in my assessment. And here's the fair assessment, right? This wasn't a penalty. And I guarantee you, when they do the Scottish football show in a month's time, when Gordon Duncan and Willie Collins sit down, they'll say the same thing. People are talking about, well, why did the SFA come out and make... Because the SFA knew they were wrong. The SFA... When do you ever see the SFA come out and make a statement that quickly? Come on. We clearly know the SFA are looking at that. They know it's a fuck-up. They're looking at the controversy behind it. And now they're coming out and they're making a statement to try and take the pressure off the referee, try and take the pressure off what's his name, cheating, beating, and they knew that was a mistake, and that's the only reason they come out with a statement. Oh, but not all close proximity handballs negate penalties. Bullshit. They know that this is wrong. A lot of pundits, I mean, even Michael Stewart, I cannot stand the guy, but even he came out and said this was a wrong decision. Pretty much all the pundits, Stuart Kettlewell, you knew, after the game, he was fucking raging, and rightfully so, and he came out and he said the exact same thing that me and my brother on this channel, Big Stevie Cool, said. He said the exact same thing, and we knew it because we actually care about Scottish football, and we actually know a lot about Scottish football, the referees at the beginning, because we don't just blindly support our team and don't acknowledge any other thing that's going around. We don't have this complete bias towards just that whatever team we support. We keep an eye on what's happening. We know the rules, and we know that the referees at the start of the season, frustrated I am, but I tell you what, we know that the referees at the start of the season were going around the stadiums and they were explaining the rules. I mean, pretty much all the managers and all the clubs made posts about this and made statements about this, and we even seen it. The officials were going round each club at a time, and they told them that they were going to try and reduce handballs, and that they wanted to stop the amount of handballs being given, and that when it came to close proximity, they were going to stop giving handball penalties for that. If it was a strike off the hand from close proximity, if it was a handball from the close proximity of the ball being moved or whatnot, the last time the ball was struck. And they also said that if the ball took deflections off like a legal part of your body and then hit onto your arm, or if the ball hit off a different person on the pitch and ricocheted onto your arm, that was not going to count, due to just the change of trajectory on the ball, and that it would be unfair and you don't have the time to react. So the referees at the start of the season came out and they said that this would not be a penalty, and that's why Stuart Kettlewell is fucking pissed, and that's why yesterday I was pissed, and that's why everyone, Kilmarnock fans should be pissed, Hearts fans should be pissed, we should be sitting top of the league and we're not, and Dermot Gallagher knows, the VAR show knows, Stuart Kettlewell knows, anyone with a brain knows, anyone who's not biased knows, it's just a jokey decision. So it's as simple as that. But, it's time to move on. Could rant about this, I'm not going to make any more vids on it, but I had to just call out these people that are simply, so there's 100% a penalty, it's a Stonewall penalty because it's the team in green that's getting it and I support that team, so it means it's a penalty. No, dumbasses, man, absolute fucking dumbasses. Wasn't a pen, shouldn't have been a pen, and yeah, Kelly were hard done by, Kelly were robbed. See if this was Hearts see if this was Hearts on the attack. I know that I've got the integrity to come on here and say it wasn't a penalty, and I'm glad that I have that. It's unfortunate not everybody can be the same, but it is what it is. Just had to make this video. So yeah, it wasn't a penalty. Disgrace of decision, is what it is. Am I surprised that they got it? Absolutely not. But anyway, there you go, guys. Celtic are top of the table, but don't worry, because in 2 weeks' time we'll be taking that spot when we pump Falkirk at Tynecastle. Get it right up, you. Till next time, peace.